Hello and welcome to a brand new series on the channel. Football Manager 2022. We're going to do the rags to riches. We're going to start unemployed. We're not going to have any idea of a team that we're going to initially pick. We are going to start completely unemployed as we are now. I've set up the save and I've set up my character. In terms of the stats, I've gone for very basic abilities. As you can see, I've gone for no coaching badges, so that's going to be a main thing in this save. We're going to try and push to get as many coaching badges as possible. Obviously, if we want to go up the leagues and we want to go to different areas, we want to go to different teams, you never know. We're starting unemployed. We may get a team in Norway, we may get a team in Holland, may get a team in Scotland. Who knows? Our main goal, obviously, for this save is to win the Premier League, win the Champions League. That doesn't have to be with the same club. We may end up in Spain, we may end up in Portugal, we may end up in Germany, and we may win the Champions League. But the main two goals of this playthrough in this save will be to eventually win the Premier League and eventually win the Champions League. We're going to do the same rule set that we done in Football Manager 2021. We're not just going to go out willy-nilly and try and find players. That's not how it's going to be, and that's not how the real world works. We're going to get scouts. They're going to set up scouting networks if we can afford it in the budget. We're going to listen to what our scout recommendations are, what our director of football recommendations are if we have one. We're not just going to go out to Chelsea, scout loads of youngsters and go, yep, we're going to loan them, or to Man City or to Arsenal, for example. All right. We've gone for, like I said, no coaching badges and Sunday League football player is the other abilities that I've got. So my stats at the moment, as we can see, are shocking. So we need to find somewhere that's not only going to put us through our coaching badges, but somewhere we can develop ourselves as a manager and our tactical style. First things first, obviously social feed set up as we know, but what we're going to need to do is go to the job center and the job security. Have a look who's insecure, have a look what's available, and then see what we can do. So we've got a couple of jobs available. We've got a Sky Bet League 2 with Leyton Orient. We're probably not going to get that. We've got some Norwegian clubs, Woking in the Vanarama. We've got some Welsh team, and I'm sorry if you're watching these and I'm not going to be able to pronounce these at all. What we're going to do is we're not going to worry about international jobs. So these three jobs, Ghana, Nigeria, and Jamaica, all ruled out. We're going to apply for everything above here. So we're going to apply for these 6 jobs. I'm going to skip it forward a little bit. We're going to see who comes back. We'll have the interviews. So we've got our first couple of responses. The Leyton Orient job application was unsuccessful. Woking was unsuccessful. The other Norwegian club was unsuccessful. That one was unsuccessful. Again, unsuccessful. So the only job offer, or job interview even, we haven't even got the offer yet, is with this Welsh team in the 2nd division of Welsh football. So let's have a look. Let's do the interview. So the Border Police that we've taken time to attend their interview today, they've got a few questions that they would like to see if you are the manager to take the club forward. Great. It's great to be here. Let's get started. We parted company with our last manager much sooner than anybody would have anticipated. Can you offer assurances that we won't be in for a repeat of that? Now, deep down, we know this is just a stepping stone. We're not realistically going to be staying here in any which way, shape, or form. I'm not concerned about who did what and when. I focus only on myself. I think we're going to go for that. We understand the importance of having the right backroom team in place when a manager moves to a new club. So we are willing to allow you to request any changes you would like to make to our current backroom team. What sort of budget would you be looking for to make these changes? I'd like the budget to be in place for me to make a fair amount of changes. I don't wish to propose any changes. I don't expect to make wholesome changes. So I'll probably only need a small budget. It's between this and this, isn't it? Let's go for fair amount of changes. I don't want to restrict ourselves because I want to get our scouting budget set up. Our long-term vision outlines the next few years for the club. You'll be tasked with bringing this into life if you get the job. Do you have any thoughts or ideas regarding this? Work with a budget, fight bravely against relegation. So we can already tell at the moment that this team is not going to be highly rated or have very many decent players. So I think we're just going to accept that for now. We're expecting to battle against relegation. Is that realistic, or can you aim higher? I think that's a fair target to go for. Would a proposed transfer budget of 1k be significant for you to get the job done? Oh, see, I don't know what we need. This is the beauty of it. We could go in and we could have some absolute worldies. I very much doubt it, but it could be. I feel a slightly larger transfer budget would be needed. Let's just go for that for now. Would a proposed wage budget of £150 a week be suitable should you get the job? £150 a week? I think we're going to need a slightly bigger budget than that, let's be honest. Do you have any requests for us to consider should we decide to hire you? No, because by the sounds of the budgets that you're throwing out here, there's no chance. Maybe get a senior affiliate if I get the job, get some loans in. We don't agree with your proposal for us to set up a link with a parent club at this present time. Okay. Right, well, let's just move on then. I don't have any requests, clearly, because whatever I say, you're not going to accept. So, let's see what they come back and say and what their responses are to our interview. Okay, so we've had an email back from the chairperson of the Welsh club that we have applied for. To be fair, they've come back and they've invited us to suggest any changes it would make to the backroom staff. So I think probably from the one of one applications that they've had, which is just us, we might be in the driving seat here. So let's have a look and see. So we've got 2 assistant managers. Well, we don't need 2 assistant managers, do we? What else does he want to do? He's happy to be a coach, right? You're dropping down to a coach then, which means we've got too many coaches. That's fine. What's his physio, medical, physiotherapies are free. I mean, you could just be our physio. Okay, so yeah, let's go. You're going to be the physio. 1 assistant manager is good enough, unless you're better. You're actually better at physiotherapy. Hang on a minute. What formation do they prefer? 4-2-3-1 wide, which is probably what we're going to play, 4-3-3. So let's make him our physio. Hopefully he'll be happy with that. I don't need you to be an assistant manager though. Can I just not get rid of this? I don't want to be spending an extra £100 a month. No scouts, brilliant. Okay, well let's just leave it like that, firm that, and send that off and see what they say. So we've had another email back. They have offered us a 1-year contract on £130 a week. So let's have a look here. They believe we're the ideal person to replace the ex-manager Chris Roberts. I wouldn't be so sure. Please be aware that in the event of the club being relegated, we would be unable to consider keeping you in the role. Of course, that's absolutely fine. So we've got a 1k transfer budget and £170 wage budget. So they didn't put the transfer budget up, but they have put the wage budget up slightly, which is good. They want us to sign players under the age of 23 for the first team mainly. That's their club culture, that's fine. The 5-year plan we've already seen, work from the wage budget and fight bravely against relegation and be competitive in the Welsh Cup. We haven't got any other clubs really for us to go with. We're going to accept it and we're just going to see what we can do. So let's finalise the deal. Let's exit the talk. Let's go next and let's meet our new club. Perfect. So we've now been hired as of today, the appointment of Samuel Salter as the club's new manager. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football at the appointment of the inexperienced 28-year-old, and he is sure to face plenty of questions when he faces the media for the first time. He replaces previous manager Chris Roberts, and we were convinced, well, they were convinced that we were the best one for the role. We're obviously not going to waste any time going further forward and putting our stamp on things. So, media predict us to finish 15th. Now, I'm not too familiar with the Welsh League, so whether that's just above relegation, that'll be fantastic. But I've got a horrible feeling that it won't be. The transfer budget and wage budget's already changed. Oh no, that's what we've got to play with, of course. But we wanted £170. 3,500 capacity ground. Not too bad. Basic. That's not too bad in terms of them not being poor. Club history, fair. We've had quite a few honours. Most recent one, we did win the Division 1 in 2019. So I guess that got us into this league, I presume, that we're in now. And 2010, we won a Shield by the looks of it. And in 2014, we won a Cup. So they've had a fair bit of success recently. Highlights when they won the Welsh second tier in 2007 and 2010. Perfect. Well, let's have a look and see the team. The team best 11 report is irrelevant right now because we want to actually look at the stats. Players in the last year of their contract, which I'm sure this is just like non-league in English football, that you just basically give them rolling on contracts every year, so that's fine. Competition expectations. Let's have a quick look at what the league table looks like. No, so it is at a 15th, so they expect us to finish rock bottom. Okay, fine. So at least we know what we're playing with. The media expects us to finish rock bottom, so we need to do a little bit. How many go down? Out of interest again. So 3 get relegated out of a 15-team league. 3 get relegated, only 1 get promoted. Wow, okay. That is going to be challenging. We've got no injuries from the offset, which is good. Let's look at the squad and see what we are playing with. Right, we're going to go for wing play. We're not going to play any formation that they are suggesting. We're going to play 4-3-2-1 wide. It's a formation that I always sort of gravitate towards. Why have we got 5 keepers on the book? On our books here. No wonder why we've got no wage budget. We've got a massive squad. What I'm going to do is I'll go through the rest of this team now, rather than going through each individual player for you, and I will show you our starting 11 shortly. Okay, and we're back. So we've got our first 11. All of these are basically on non-contracts, so at any time, any of these could go. This player is already wanted by 3 other clubs. Realistically, some of these players, by the time the season's probably come round, are going to be gone. The squad is huge, though. The squad is massive. Why do we need a squad this big? It's got some fairly decent players in for this league, by the looks of it. So I don't know why we're saying we're going to finish 15th. Striker is a concern. We've only got a 1.5 star striker. He's young. He's got good potential, but he's got finishing of 4. So he's got good physical stats, but his finishing is atrocious. So he'll be going on a training plan for finishing, without a doubt. So our starting 11 is going to be Goulding in goal. Fairly average goalkeeper, 21 years old, has got good potential, 2-star currently, not too bad stats, not great. And that's basically going to be the ongoing trend through this. And I've tried to keep the team age young with then a slight bit of experience in the actual squad itself. So we've only got 3 players over the age of 30 in the squad itself. So we've got Goulding in goal, Felipe Edmonds, Mike Williams, Alan Roberts, Gary Owen, James Saxon, Erfran Schuschman. He's going to be our Bulgarian brute in midfield. I have got a feeling that he's going to absolutely boss the centre of midfield, and he's going to bang in a good few goals for us and get a good few assists. He's going to be looking at my man in the middle of the field, our Bulgarian brute. Stefan Jones, Lewis Barlow, Erwin Jones, and Lewis Owen up front. Then obviously we've got the bench, which will be narrowed down come the actual season. So we're going to introduce ourselves to the squad. Let's see our absolutely massive squad. That is one thing that we need to do. We've got 42 players in our squad, in our playing squad. I wonder why we haven't got any wage budget. But then again, a lot of them are on rolling contracts and not getting paid anything by the looks of it. Manager, and answer any questions that you may have, particularly if you're not familiar with me. Let's do that. So straight away, I understand that some people might have doubts about your lack of experience, but we're all prepared to give you a chance and our support. Well, that is great news. I don't want to make any promises yet. Let's just go on. Okay, well, they're now positive. Great. I think we're good enough to finish mid-table. I'm very positive about our chance. I think we can beat the drop and stay in the division. Look, we all know what we're up against this season, but if we give it everything we've got, we've got to try and avoid relegation. At least we have no regrets, whatever happens. They're offended. We all know we're favourites for relegation this season. I'm going to insist that I don't believe this squad. This is the reason why they think we're going to get relegated. None of them actually think they're good. I've seen your potentials, guys. I'm pretty happy with that. For anyone who disagrees, I hear and respect your views too. Convincing manner. Let's do that. I'll also be aiming to reach the last stage of the Welsh Cup. I'll also be expecting us to give the good account of ourselves in the Cup. Yeah, brilliant. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. I've also finished the Code of Conduct. Well, that's a great response. Okay, well, overall, they're okay. Your expectations for the league didn't go down very well. Yeah. Oh, the dressing room atmosphere has dropped down to poor. Fantastic. Well, the squad's obviously a good start. Introducing ourselves, so we're going to get introduced to the media. I won't do all of this on camera as well. I'll jump back to you when we start the inter-squad friendly. So here we go, guys. We've got the first game in our inter-squad friendly. The lineup is the same lineup as we selected earlier. So we've got Goulding in goal, Edmonds, Williams, Roberts and Owen make up our back four. We have got our two holding mids, kind of holding, kind of attacking, in Saxon and our Bulgarian brute, as we're going to name him from now on, Heijman. Stefan Jones, Lewis Barlow and Erwin Jones supporting Lewis Owen in a four-pronged attack. We're playing a wide 4-2-3-1. Substitutes, Kurt Williams, Kieran Edwards, Cameron Jones, Owen Davies, James Lewis and Leon Buckland. So we are going to go straight away with the pump fists. We're favourite for the reason, which we are. And we are going to get this game underway. Here we go. The first lineup of the day and of the series. We're definitely not going to have it that slow. So let's speeden them highlights up a little bit. Maybe not that fast either. We want to be able to keep on top of the content. We are going to go for extended highlights. We're not going to go for comprehensive or full match, obviously. Extended highlights are fair enough. We don't need anything else than that. So 11 minutes in, not much action to be seen. Player rating's not too bad along the bottom. We are playing in blue, playing from right to left in this first half. And our second team are playing in red. So Jones, Owen lays it off to Jones on the wing. Jones goes past his man, crosses the ball in. Out to the other Jones on the other wing, brings it back in. Oh, the Bulgarian brute almost opened his account. Fair enough in the friendly, but still opened his account of this series. Saxon with the ball in, easily cleared away. Not even beating the first man there. Poor delivery indeed. So far, 25 minutes in, not a lot of core action. There we go. Barlow with the layoff to Jones. Jones beats his man. Barlow brings it back. And he scores the first goal of the series, of the save. Lovely bit of play here. Barlow lays it off to Jones. Jones brings it forward, cuts it back to Barlow, who unleashes an absolute thunderbolt. Keeper's got no chance. Top left-hand corner. What a goal to start off the series. Long goal kick over the top. Williams could be in trouble here. Just a yellow card. Mike Williams, luckily there. Don't need to be doing that in competitive games. Oh, the goalkeeper does well to block it off. Oh, and somehow the second string team has missed a glorious opportunity to go level, smashing the post there. Owen with the long ball over, literally to no one. We need to get that under control, boys. Can't be giving away possession like this when we're playing in the league, especially as we're dib for relegation and finishing rock bottom. Great interception there, just gets his foot across. See what Goulding can do here from the goal kick. Plays it out to the Bulgarian brute. Owen picks the ball up, ball over the top, into the Bulgarian brute again. And he started as he means to go on. What a goal by that man there. He's going to be the absolute superstar of this season, of this series and of this save. Great composure, chests it down beautifully, knocks it past the goal. Goalkeeper couldn't even do anything. Thought it was going wide. It just nestles in on the inside of that post. Got some defending to do here now, boys. Letting the ball be played ahead of us. It's not too bad. Good pressure to bring it back out. The result to the long ball, easily dealt with by the centre-back. Can't be possessed like that when you're in the midfield, though. We need to be more clinical when we've got possession. We are getting caught out with these balls over the top too much. Need to be highlighting this in training moving forward. So that ends the first 45 minutes. Very good 45 minutes indeed. We've played well. We've had a lot of shots on target, so we're going to say we're happy with that. We're going to inspire and motivate the boys going into the second half. Goulding with his long goal kick, sorry. Barlow is just running. He's just running. No one wants him. And it's snuck right under the hands of the goalkeeper. That right there is why you are the second choice goalkeeper, Mr. Sinclair. You cannot be fumbling a ball like this. Look at this. No one's even closed him down. The second string here are not proving why they want to be in our first 11. That was an absolute terrible goal kick there. Maybe we're going to have to play more to Goulding's strength and not make him play it long. Literally just booting it all the way down the over end of the pitch. Come on, we need to be more sensible with possession here, even if it is a pre-season friendly. Well, it's not even a pre-season friendly, inter-squad friendly. Great finish there by Jack Smith. I have to keep an eye on him. Fantastic ball by Jones. See this replay again. No one's closing him down though. Defender just jumps far too early and Smith just is there to tap it in. Got a corner defend here. We've got lucky there. The ball's bounced away. Owens picked up the loose ball. He's on the run now. Takes on the defender. Oh, what a thunderbolt. What an absolute thunderbolt by Owen there. Look at this. Great touch. Great composure to get around the man. The defenders are trying to trap back. Number 8's doing everything he can, but it doesn't matter. Look at that. Goalkeeper arguably could have done better. Sinclair's not had a good game all afternoon. So 6 changes to be made for the first string. Let's see what that does. See if we can stay on the offensive. Jones has picked up the ball back to Saxton. Owen lays it off to the winger. Jones is running down. Brings it back in field. Saxton to Jones to Williams. Oh, just over the crossbar. Let's praise the boys. We've not encouraged them for the whole team, so we'll praise them just there. Great last-ditch tackle there. That was absolutely fantastic. 92nd minute. Last minute of added time. Can we steal another ball? Another goal. Plays it through. Bulgarian brute. There he is. Gets his second goal of the game. Heischman is going to be our absolute superstar. I know I've said it 3, 4, 5 times maybe, but I can't emphasise. Look at the run from midfield. Frank Lampard-esque. Tucks it in that bottom left-hand corner. You can't ask for more than that. Even in an inter-squad friendly, he has been absolutely fantastic for us this afternoon. And there we have it. 5-1 to our starting 11. We're happy with that performance. It's largely what we was looking for at this stage of pre-season. Everyone's encouraged. Everyone is motivated. 8.7 rated by the Bulgarian brute. He is going to be our superstar player. I wonder how many times we're going to say that before it gets old. Or before he gets injured anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there. Obviously, we've got our friendlies coming up. And maybe what we'll do is maybe I'll show you maybe the last friendly. And then we'll have 1 or 2 league games thrown in if we can. But I won't show you all the friendlies because realistically the friendlies aren't going to mean much. But I'll show you a general report of the friendlies once we come back. I'll go through the friendlies and then in the second episode of this new series we will kick off with the Welsh division. We've got 3 games before our first cup game, currently unknown. Season obviously isn't going to be too long, and then hopefully at the end of the season we would have avoided relegation. I'm going to put my hat on it and say we're going to finish sort of 7th, 8th or 9th. I reckon around there. 7th, 8th or 9th, mid-table, I'll take that. First season, we'll take it. And at the end of this season, we will see what comes up. Wherever we go next, whether we stay or not, we know one man that will be coming along for the ride. We are going to make sure we keep hold of him at all costs. Luckily, he is on a actual contract by the looks of it. He is on £15 a week, which is an absolute bargain if you ask me. I will see you guys in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe if you are new around here. Comment down below who you think is going to be this season's top goal scorer. Personally, you know who I think is going to be, but then again, Owen's performance in that first game could mean that even though he's 4th finishing, he could be prolific. I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah.